Ladies and gentlemen, this is Van the Butcher Severn, and this is for the Terabyte Championship. Winner Sting, ring general here, going against the big man in Pentagon Jr.
That's right. Pentagon Jr. and Winter Sting facing off for the first time here in this no holds barred contest to kick things off here at this Terabyte Tournament Championship. A new belt we actually brought in specifically for this tournament, as a matter of fact.
Pentagon Jr. had to travel via taco truck to get here tonight from Guadalajara, Mexico to make this appearance.
Well, Sting actually came here through the power of winter. And it looks like we're going to get things underway here.
Oh my god.
Pentagon Jr. and Sting facing one-on-one.
And if you take a hard look at the referee, you'll realize that that is one Neil Patrick Harris.
That's right. Neil Patrick Harris actually joining in the fun here at the Terabyte Tournament Championship. And this is just one of the main reasons we wanted to have him here to call this amazing contest. My God, Winter Sting just walked right into it. And a lot of folks at home, they're probably wondering why Sting looks the way he does. And it's actually mostly because Sting has gone through a transformation. He is the epitome of winter. He is literally the actual definition of Father Winter, and he's been touched by it. As you can see very blatantly, Sting can no longer age. Unfortunately, there is a rumor that Sting will turn into Spring Sting, though we're not exactly sure exactly when that will happen. Probably around April, I would say.
Pentagon Jr. wasn't going to be here tonight. Sting's original opponent was going to be none other than Dustin Diamond. But unfortunately, unforeseen circumstances made that impossible.
It sure did make it impossible, and our condolences go out to all the kids at Bayside High, who I'm sure are missing the little geek they used to beat up on. And speaking of beating up on, it looks like Sting is really showing Pentagon Jr. exactly where the door is. Well, we've seen this before. Sting just displaying the absolute strength he learned while training in the Antarctica. With some of the coldest people, my God, that you've ever seen.
Pentagon Jr. is very confident for a man who hasn't done much in this tournament at all. Oh my God.
Pentagon getting lit up in the corner here. He's going to give the crowd what they want. The 1, 2 to 10. Oh, it's not going to happen. Pentagon Jr.'s had enough. He is pushing Sting away like a cold breeze in the middle of a spring day.
Pentagon has a lot at stake here. He intends to pawn the championship so that he can get his brother Ricochet a new kidney. I bet you didn't know they were related.
I actually had no idea that they were related, Mr. Seven. But if you believe they were, then I guess I'd have to take your word for it. Oh my! And Sting a little too quick for Pentagon Jr. there. You don't see the big man go up to the rope too often, and this is exactly why Sting usually stays grounded. Not much of a flyer, really. Sting, oh my God, he's got his infamous black bat. And Pentagon just no-selling the bat, absolutely just getting up after a swing. This man is on fire. And fire and ice Well, I don't have to tell you, they don't mix.
You see, what Pentagon is doing here, it's called calisthenics. You run frantically in a circle, and that gets your momentum going.
It's a very interesting tactic. One many are familiar with who wrestle in the Lucha Underground setting. I would name some few, but obviously no one would care. Oh my God, it's the game Triple H, the COEOE of WWE. Oh my God, and he sends Sting flying to the outside. This can't be good for Sting's chances to move on here in the tournament. It seems Triple H is not done with the Monday Night Wars and seeks to humiliate Sting one last time here.
Actually, this is a clapback moment. You see, Sting insulted Triple H's acting range in the movie Blade Trinity.
Blade Trinity, an A+ film. Absolutely, I agree with you there, Dan. It's one of those movies that really touches you in the heart. And now we see Sting getting touched in the face here as he falls down to the wayside. Seems that Triple H is a non-factor after he ate that bat to the skull.
You know what rhymes with wayside? Bayside. And let's not forget that this match was originally set up to be Sting versus Dustin Diamond.
That's right. One of Bayside High's most prized students, and it's a shame that we couldn't get AC Slater here, but apparently he had a previous engagement.
NBC's new show, Dancing with Talk Show Hosts. And that seems like it for Pentagon Jr.
Sting squeaks out a win here with a little help from the baseball bat, and the power of Winter itself, I think, played a huge role here as Pentagon just froze up. Even with the interference from Triple H, it seems a tombstone piledriver was all that was needed here. And a few shots from the bat.
Here is your winner, Sting!
Here is your winter, Sting.
Yeah, I think there was a little flub there in the announcement. Got a new guy. Well, let's jump straight down the card. Cesaro and Luchasaurus. And a TLC match. Who saw it coming?
Nobody. Because nobody ever thought that AEW great Luchasaurus would ever see Cesaro in a one-on-one. Let's mind you, he's floundering in the mid-card on AEW, so to see him on the show of shows is just absolutely astonishing.
Absolutely astonishing indeed. And speaking of floundering in the mid-card, Cesaro's here as well. And we're certainly going to hope to see one hell of a barn burner.
Luchasaurus getting cocky, taking the mask off. He says, I want you to look me in the eye, Cesaro.
Cesaro also wearing his fanny pack here to the ring, trying to bring it back. This outfit's the size Cesaro not many people have seen. It's actually the outfit he used to wear back when he was a male gigolo.
Many people would ask how he got into that line of work, and I've just got two words for you. Buff Bagwell.
Buff Bagwell is one of the famous gigolos that we've seen go across. In fact, there have been many gigolos who have become world champions. I think one of the more famous ones was Dusty Rhodes.
And who could forget Jimmy Del Rey, the ginger gigolo himself?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, he played it straight out. Definitely the kind of guy every guy wants to be with, and the kind of guy every girl wants to be.
And some of the best areolas in the business.
Absolutely. And we talk about areolas. Can we talk about Cesaro? Some of the best areolas in wrestling. Get a little shot of him here. You can kind of see him right there. Just absolute work of art.
Almost as if they were chiseled by the gods.
My God, Cesaro just went right through that table. My God. He may be out of it. Luchasaurus just bouncing on the ropes.
Luchasaurus is a house of fire. He just came to terms with the fact that he's not a real dinosaur.
And that can be really tough. Dinosaurs being extinct now for almost, over 6 million years. It certainly must be difficult to come to terms with something like that, I would imagine. And Cesaro getting up on the top rope here, looking like he's gonna... Oh my God! Off the top rope, Frankensteiner. From the rebound, absolutely astonishing to see a man that size accomplish such a amazing feat of athletic ability.
Believe it or not, Luchasaurus was discovered when he was 14. He was in his neighbor's backyard pretending he was a brontosaurus eating crab apples from a tree.
Crab apples from a tree? Now that sounds like some sort of fairy tale. Much like the fairy tale Luchasaurus would tell himself about being a dinosaur, which, let's be real, probably should have came to terms with that a lot sooner than he did. Oh, right on the outside. Oh my. What's he got planned here? Luchasaurus learning what a boot tastes like.
It was recently discovered that Luchasaurus has a Tinder account. His likes include Land Before Time and tucking his arms into his shirt to pretend he has very short arms, as if he were a raptor man. His dislikes, Dr. John Hammond.
John Hammond. You don't say. That is absolutely crazy. I never would have thought John Hammond of all people, but if you say it's true... Cesaro having a really hard time setting up the ladder. One of his first times ever doing it. Growing up, he never really did much with ladders. Cesaro was a renowned for his dancing. Unfortunately, he was never allowed to actually handle ladders, as his father was killed by one.
Larry the Ladder Spignoli. It was an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah, it's definitely a night that it rings in horror all across the world.
Well, when you see 6 feet of folded steel come into a place with a 38 snub nose and just start blasting away at bar patrons, it must be a traumatizing thing.
Well, some say it's traumatizing, but Cesaro says it's actually one of his biggest strengths. He can use the harness of that horrible memory just to really make him a better person overall. And he says one day that he really hopes that he can overcome the stigma that his father has created. Speaking of stigmas, it looks like Cesaro might have just ate the mat here. It might be it. If he gets it now, it's all over. And it's over. Out of nowhere, Luchasaurus soaring in. Like a pterodactyl, if you will, to take that that next step in this Terabyte tournament.
Here is your winner, the Luchador. The Luchador.
We really got to get another announcer for this.
It's terrible. He doesn't even know their call names.
He just said Luchador twice. That isn't even trying. The Weekend Warrior and the Great Muta. What do you know about these guys, Dan?
I know that the Weekend Warrior spent 18 months in a rehab center that was specifically for women. Yes, that's right. The Betty Davis / Betty Ford Clinic.
Oh, wow.
I also know that Great Muta is 97 years old as of this April.
97 years old. Well, happy birthday to the Great Muta, who is apparently an Aegis Warlock. And I happen to know a little bit here about the Weekend Warrior, or the Ultimate Weekend Warrior, if you will. He has actually come right on back in the game with a brand new look, and I think it really works for him, honestly. This is the brand new Warrior. He lives for the weekends, which is why he's here at WrestleMania. You won't catch him outside of a Saturday or a Sunday, maybe a Friday night, but Weekend Warrior, he don't mess around. He is the ultimate Weekend Warrior after all.
Interesting fact about Great Muta. He came here all the way from his Kobayashi beef station
And his opponent
in Des Moines, Iowa, of all
unknown.
places.
Weighing in at 200.
Well, great things come from Des Moines, Iowa.
The
And
Ultimate
certainly Great Muta's one of them. Warrior is vibrant as ever, great as ever. He's just one of the best Weekend Warriors you could ask for.
You can ask any Party City employee out there about this Weekend Warrior, and they'll say that he's a substantial shopper, that he is repeat business.
Yeah, Warrior will repeat your business over and over again, and we've seen it time and time again. And we never thought that the great Weekend Warrior would actually go against Muta, as they did have a rivalry back when they were children. And it looks like Great Muta is coming in now to do... Oh my, that looks very suggestive. Oh, he's going for a submission here. Although even if he wasn't, Weekend Warrior welcomes really any kind of interaction. He does not prefer men or women. Really, he's a party for everyone, let me tell you.
I don't know how Muta thought he was going to connect with that, seeing as how he's blind in one eye, and he has no mobility in 37% of his upper body.
37% of his upper body. That is a lot of upper body. I'll tell you, I've never seen 32% of my upper body. Warrior taking him upstairs now, and you don't see this too often. Warrior likes to keep the party on the ground floor. Well, if you could see out of one eye before, he's certainly only looking at a one eye now. Maybe he's got two. Maybe he doesn't have any. I'll tell you, Dan, I don't really know how many times I've seen the Great Muta wrestle with just a single eyeball.
Great Muta wants to get this over with because he has tickets to Jersey Boys.
Well, I didn't know Great Muta was such a fan of... well, he's certainly doing some interesting things in the ring there. And oh my God, the Warrior is having a bit of a weekend respite on the mat.
Jersey Boys!
Yeah, Muda's not messing around. Honestly, you know, getting Jersey Boy tickets, they're non-refundable when it comes right down to it. If you ain't
he
there,
learned his lesson the hard way. There was this one time he went to see the Boston Pops, but he was scheduled to fight Alex Wright in a 3 stages of death match, and he said on-air commissioner of WCW at the time said, if you don't do it, those are your walking papers. So he had him over a barrel, not unlike Pat Patterson had Marty Jannetty over a barrel in his private quarters.
yeah, well, I mean, we're not really allowed to talk about what Pat Patterson may or may not have done to Ring Boys, but I can say that Gerald Briscoe was one hell of a wrestler, was he not? My God. Who doesn't love Gerald Briscoe? What a guy. What a guy. My God, Weekend Warrior looks lost out there right now. As this has been a very tight contest. Now, I don't know what I like more about Warrior. Maybe it's the fact that he comes from a humble beginning, all the way down from the trailer parks in Detroit, where he eventually formed his very own rap metal band.
Yes, Destrucity. They have an album. It's called 30-Second Pose Off.
Indeed, it's certainly one of those poses you really want to see coming through, but we just couldn't make it happen. Unfortunately, we don't have the rights to any of that footage, or maybe we'd do a little splice in here.
Little known fact, John Tenta, aka Earthquake, was going to be playing the drums in Destrucity under his new mantle.
His new mantle?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a new mantle. Oh, Warrior coming back, fired up. And that could be the end of Great Muta. Kiss your children goodbye. Send your wife away. This could be it. If Warrior's able to get this briefcase, the Great Muta is going to have to sacrifice his own children. Certainly a stipulation I'm not sure was well thought out, but we got it in here. And if Warrior loses, he only gets 50% of his merch sale. So everyone's got big things on the line here.
As I later said, as I previously stated, the Great Muta doesn't have feeling in 37% of his upper body, and a majority of that is in his fingertips. Ergo, at a disadvantage to get that briefcase.
And that'll be it. It looks like the Great Muta is a father no more. And I guess on the bright side, he's going to make it in time to see Jersey Boys. Which is a great show. I've seen it like, 4 times.
It's no spam along.
Winner, the Ultimate Warrior.
I don't know if I would agree with that. I didn't really think it was very kosher.
Ooh. And here's a match for the ages.
This is one everyone's been talking about right here.
And by everyone, we mean 3 guys in the back of a border sipping stale coffee.
Absolutely, we do. And it's a tables match. Oh my. This could be a quick one. Obviously, the object of the way you win the match is you set up a table, and the first one to clear their dinner plate is the winner.
Ace, believe it or not, there were many concepts tried out for Tiger Mask prior to him being Tiger Mask. There was Richard Nixon Mask. There was Hamster Mask. There was Nylon Face.
Wow, so many amazing concepts that just make their way to... It's amazing how creative finds exactly the right thing for the right person. Much like they did for The Undertaker. Before he came in here, most people don't know, The Undertaker was just a lowly garbage man. Spent his days sifting through trash. Of course, that wasn't by his own volition. He had plenty of work doing that. Undertaker did grow up basically a homeless urchin. Oh my god, and that's the end of the match! Oh fuck. Fuck, I guess not. I guess this match will continue, regardless of that clearly meeting the stipulation. The Undertaker has to put him through the table himself, apparently. It looks like he's going to have to roll the outside, get that other table. It's the only way this match ends. Oh my god, and it looks like Tiger Mask might just broke every single fucking bone in his body. I've never seen body parts move quite like that.
Tiger Mask is an individual who buys all of his ring gear at Macy's.
My god, I will never shop at a Macy's. Never again. I'll tell you what, Dan. I've been to a Macy's one time. They want to charge me $40 for an umbrella. Can you believe that? $40. I said, I'd rather be wet. And I haven't had an umbrella since. In fact, I'm not the only one. Undertaker has a firm volition against umbrellas. Will not touch one. Will not even use one. And if you have an umbrella around the Undertaker, have mercy on your soul.
He will literally go into his closet and get a custom-made t-shirt and put it on. And you know what that t-shirt reads? Parasols are for pussies.
That's right. And I stand by it. I mean, if you can't handle a little bit of water, maybe you don't deserve to be champion. Too many wrestlers today, they walk around with the umbrellas. They bring it with them. They put it on when there's water. There is only one time in the world when it's acceptable to have an umbrella. Do you know when that is, Dan? It's when you're at a Gallagher show. So you can stop the watermelons from getting all over your clothes. And when it comes to shows, well, that's one of the greatest ones you'll ever see.
My favorite part is when he runs to the stage with a giant rubber mallet and he screams, "Smash that melon!"
Smash that melon. I love that joke. That is one of my favorite jokes, I think, of all time. Unfortunately, we're not smashing any melons here tonight. We're smashing a table, and there's a literal body that's going to go through it. An actual body, Dan, if you can believe that. I've certainly never seen anything like it. And I've seen a lot of tables. I actually spent a lot of time working with tables. Well, not working with tables, but obviously we're at a table right now. So I have a lot of experience in that, as does The Undertaker. Undertaker actually spent an entire year living underneath a table.
Dude was agoraphobia.
And I tell you, not many men can tell you horror stories like Taker can about what it was like living under that family's dining room table. They didn't even know he was there.
7.5 months went by.
Absolutely insane. Living off the scraps they threw off their dinner plate. Just going through the garbage. Of course, he was used to that. When The Undertaker actually signed here for this tournament, he was actually fine with no cash prize. But he did want full access to every dumpster in the arena.
The only snafu there was he had to make negotiations to fight Paul White, who is now known as the Large Production, at a show later down the road to see who owns the true rights to any and or all dumpsters within this arena.
The Large Production. I thought he was the huge program.
He goes by many names.
Well, we do know that the Big Show is no longer one of them. Of course.
But I do know that one of them is Betty Johansson of Topeka, Kansas.
Betty Johansson? That's a pretty name for a pretty girl. Not many people know that the Big Show was one of the first women to ever compete against males in the industry. In fact, a lot of people actually think that she was a man.
Absolutely not. Paula Dean White, you come into my my commentary table and tell me that Paula Dean Mary Jane White was a man?
I'm telling you that there are people who suspect that they might have been a man.
I assume you're going to say the same for Marquisha Shaquilla Henry as well.
I would never.
Because that is 100% women.
Absolutely. Some of the best women's contests we've ever seen in this industry came right from Betty Johansson.
And Marquisha Henry.
And Marquisha Henry, of course. Of course. How could you forget Marquisha Henry? Off the top rope, and it's a good, it's a big deny there. Tiger working his wheelhouse, loves grabbing on heads, loves squeezing on them. He's done it ever since he started. Ever since he started wrestling. He said, I got into this to squeeze necks, to hold on to heads. Maybe not even a malicious way. I think he really just simply enjoys it.
When Tiger's not in the ring, you can see him fanning through the pages of outdated Avon magazines.
It's an interesting hobby. It's a very interesting hobby he has there. No, don't do it. My God, that table is sturdy as hell.
And that's what you get when you go to Lowe's.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I won't shop there anymore either. Just like Macy's, right off the list. Oh my God, right on the table again.
Tiger Mask, of course, being pro CTE, trying to damage himself to force a lawsuit.
Oh my. Going old school. And that just might be it for this plucky young upstart.
This 50-plus plucky young upstart in Tiger Mask.
Well, in cat years, it's really not that old. Absolutely denied. Oof. That's a hard landing. Hard landing on a hard man.
Tiger Mask seeking advice from audience members, asking them what he should do next.
Yet sometimes you can use a lifeline and ask the audience. Oh my. And this could be the finale. And that'll do it.
Now Tiger Mask, in losing that match, there was a stipulation in which he has to wash Hacksaw Jim Duggan's dirty sweatpants for the next 3 months.
Yeah, what a dirty task it is, and I'm sure Dolph Ziggler is so happy he doesn't have to do it anymore. But no one really expected Undertaker to lose at WrestleMania anyway. Well, unless Brock Lesnar's involved. Or Roman Reigns. Alright. Well, that's part one of our World Terabyte Championship Gold Rush. And we hope you join us for part two. This is Ace Andrews signing off.
This is Van Severn saying, keeping your tits dry.
See ya.